21. The function g is defined by g of x equals x plus 14 times t minus x, where t is a constant or a number. In the xy plane, the graph of y equals g of x passes through the point 24, 0. What is the value of g of 0? Okay, so we don't know what t is. We just know it's a number. We know it's a number. And we know that 24, 0 makes this a true statement. Okay, so x plus 14 times t minus x equals g of x. Okay, and I know that y equals g of x, or just saying if this were y equals g of x, passes through the point 24, 0. So I can plug in 24 for x and 0 for y, and then I will be able to solve for t. And then we'll move on to what's the value of g of 0. But first I have to know what t is. So if x is 24, I'm going to put 24 in both of those. And I know that that equals 0. Okay, now at this point, there's two ways you can look at this. You absolutely can add this and then distribute it through there and then solve for t to get 0. But there's a shortcut. There's a little shortcut that I'm going to show you. And I will show you in a minute how it would work if you did all this math. But here's the shortcut. I have two numbers that are being multiplied together. 24 plus 14 together is a number, and t minus 24 together is a number. And together, they're being multiplied and together, and they get 0. So you know how like when we're doing factoring, and you factored a quadratic, and you get to like x minus 2 times x minus 1 equals 0, and then to solve, you set them both equal to 0 separately, because either one of them could be 0, but you know one of them has got to be 0 to multiply together and get 0. Same principle right here. Now look, I know 24 plus 14 is not 0. You know, even if I'm looking at that, and even if I don't do that math in my head, I know that's not 0, right? You know it's more than 0. So t minus 24 must be 0, right? And if t minus 24 is 0, what is t? If we add 24 to both sides, we can solve and say t is 24. It's like, okay, all right, that's it. So I'm going to write this up here, that t is 24. Now I'm going to back up a little step and say what would have happened if I had not had that realization and if I had just done this math, which is totally fine, by the way. Just because you don't have that little, moment of epiphany doesn't mean you're going to get the wrong answer. All right, so 24 plus 14 is 38. We have this times t minus 24, and I need to distribute that. So I get 38t minus, and I can multiply a lot of stuff in my head, but 38 times negative 24, no, I cannot multiply that in my head. And that is 912, and that is going to equal 0. And so then, as I zoom out a little bit and I move it up, I'm going to add 912 to undo that. I'm trying to get t by itself. So, it's being multiplied by 38, and then negative, 912 is being subtracted, so I'm undoing that. So I add 912 to both sides, and I am going to get 38t on the left and 912 on the right. So now t is being multiplied by 38. To undo that, I do the opposite of dividing by 38, and lo and behold, I still get that t is equal to 24. So it takes a little bit longer, but it still gets you the right answer, and at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Okay, so now we know t is 24. Go back up. So now I know that my full proper equation is x plus 14 times 24 minus x. So now they want to know the question is, what is the value of g of 0? We say g of 0, it's saying everywhere there's an x, plug in 0, do the math, see what comes out. That is, the value of g of 0. Okay, so I'm going to plug 0 in for x. So I have 0 plus 14 times 24 minus 0. 0 plus 14 is just 14. 24 minus 0 is 24. And let's see, 14 times 24 is 336. So that is it. That is my value of g of 0. It is 336, and that is my answer. Hey guys, just a quick heads up, I've got some cool stuff coming for y'all, including a free course full of SAT tips and tricks, as well as an exhaustively complete course on everything you need to know for the SAT, both math and reading. So subscribe to the channel to get notified when that goes live. I'm also going to put it in the comments and description below as soon as it does. In the meantime, if this video was helpful or useful in any way, please let YouTube know. Comment, like, share, subscribe, you know the drill. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye.